Did you guys know that Charlie Kirk was killed by a conspiracy? Yeah, it wasn't one deranged gunman like you might have thought. It was a conspiracy of left wing radicals that committed the crime. You want to know how I know this? Because President Trump, Vice President Vance, and the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, his name is Stephen Miller, they told me. In fact, Stephen Miller disclosed that the criminals responsible for Kirk's death are what he called the forces of wickedness and evil. In other words, those who challenge President Trump. In fact, at Charlie Kirk's memorial, Stephen Miller said, "To our enemies, you have nothing to give. You have nothing to offer. You have nothing to share but bitterness. You are wickedness. You are jealousy. You are envy. You are hatred. You are nothing." Okay, now you might ask, what's he talking about? Well, what he explained is it's those who oppose MAGA patriots who he says these MAGA patriots have inherited the mission to save humanity and vanquish the forces of darkness. The Vice President, J.D. Vance, he said the same thing. In fact, he said there will be hell to pay for the radical left lunatics that are responsible for Kirk's death. And Vance isn't just talking about it, he's taking action. He is directing the federal government to go after liberal organizations like the Ford Foundation or George Soros Foundation. Vance says that these organizations foment, facilitate, and engage in violence, and that they fund violent protests and riots. President Trump, he said the same thing. He said he was going to avenge Kirk's death by targeting Trump's political opponents, who he says foment a culture of hate and violence. In fact, he's even designated some of these liberal organizations as terrorist organizations. But one of the enemies that Trump and Vance have identified as part of this conspiracy is a magazine called The Nation. Now, when they made this accusation, here's how The Nation responded. In our 160 years of publication, we've long believed that dissent is the highest form of patriotism, and we are proud of our journalistic legacy in pursuit of a more equal and just world. Well, it sounds like the editors of this magazine didn't even know they were responsible for the assassination of Charlie Kirk.